Your performance review ends in 10 minutes. Nothing went wrong. Your manager says you are valuable here. You are stable. Your salary increases again this year. Not dramatic, but reliable. Your fixed expenses adjust upward without resistance. The higher rent feels justified. The upgraded car feels earned. You stop scanning job boards. You let recruiter emails expire. You tell yourself you are not looking. Your calendar fills 3 months ahead. Your role becomes more specific, more tailored to this company. Everything feels secure. That is the signal. And the stronger that signal gets, the less leverage you quietly keep. The routine becomes clean. You wake up and know exactly what the day requires. Meetings are predictable. Expectations are clear. Your performance targets are familiar. You are not fighting for survival. You are maintaining position. That feels responsible. Your income arrives on schedule. Your health insurance stays active. Your retirement account grows in the background. Nothing feels fragile. That is why you stop testing fragility. You assume the stability means reduced risk. You assume the longer you stay, the safer you become. You begin optimizing inside the role instead of outside it. You refine workflows. You deepen internal relationships. You volunteer for projects that increase internal visibility. Your competence increases. Your dependence increases with it. You do not notice the shift because nothing breaks. No alarm triggers. No sudden loss occurs. The system keeps rewarding consistency, so you give it more consistency. Your identity starts aligning with your title. Your confidence starts anchoring to this environment. Your future starts looking like a longer version of this year. It feels calm. It feels mature. It feels like progress. But every layer of comfort is also a layer of commitment. And commitment inside one employer narrows movement outside it. The routine feels safe. The routine feels smart. The routine feels earned. This feels rational because stability is framed as intelligence. You are told that consistency compounds. You are told that loyalty builds long-term reward. You are told that risk is reckless once you have responsibilities. That framing makes sense at first glance. Predictable income reduces visible stress. Stable employment reduces immediate uncertainty. Your family relaxes when your paycheck is reliable. Your bank approves you faster when your job history is clean. The market rewards steady earners with access. Access feels like power. You begin to equate lower volatility with lower danger. You assume urgency is only required when income is unstable. If the salary is steady, you believe you can slow down. You believe optionality can wait. You believe you can explore later. Later feels responsible. Later feels strategic. But this belief hides a sequencing problem. Urgency does not disappear when security appears. It just becomes less visible. The pressure to build leverage feels unnecessary when nothing is collapsing. You interpret the absence of crisis as the presence of safety. That assumption reshapes behavior. You stop building external proof of value. You stop practicing negotiation in live markets. You stop measuring yourself against open demand. The belief is simple. Security means you can relax. Security means risk has been reduced. Security means time is on your side. That belief feels mature, it feels disciplined, it feels adult, but it quietly shifts where your leverage lives. The company understands this psychology well. It does not need to trap you, it only needs to reward predictability. Raises are incremental and consistent. Bonuses are tied to meeting defined targets. Promotions favor those who reduce surprises. The signal is steady. Stay aligned and you will be safe. Each reward lowers your impulse to test the market. Each benefit increases switching friction. Health insurance improves with tenure.
Retirement matching increases over time. Stock grants vest slowly across years. The structure is patient. The longer you stay, the more you have to lose. That is not accidental. It is incentive design. The company gains stability when you reduce movement. Forecasting becomes easier when employees stay predictable. Knowledge compounds internally when turnover declines. Managers are rewarded for retention. Stability becomes a shared objective. You are praised for reliability. You are praised for cultural fit. You are praised for long-term commitment. Those signals reinforce alignment. Alignment feels like growth, but alignment inside one structure concentrates your value there. Your skills adapt to internal tools. Your relationships cluster within the organization. Your wins become context-specific. The outside market does not see daily proof of your value. Only your employer does. The system rewards internal excellence. It does not reward external leverage. And the better you perform inside it, the more comfortable the arrangement becomes. Nothing here looks like a loss. Your income increases. Your stress decreases. Your status improves. But every gain is paired with a quiet exchange. You trade broad market relevance for internal specialization. You trade external tension for internal clarity. You trade negotiation reps for performance reviews. The trade-off is subtle. When you stop interviewing, you stop calibrating your price. When you stop exploring, you stop discovering demand shifts. When you stop moving, you stop testing portability. Your value becomes defined by one buyer. That buyer is your employer. As long as that buyer keeps paying, the trade-off feels harmless. You assume loyalty reduces risk. You assume tenure increases protection. But tenure also increases attachment. Your lifestyle adjusts to your current income. Your fixed costs expand around stability. Your tolerance for disruption decreases. A higher salary raises your baseline expenses. A stronger benefits package raises your switching cost. The job becomes easier to keep and harder to leave. That is the exchange. You receive comfort now. You surrender flexibility later. It does not feel like surrender because nothing is taken from you directly. You give it up gradually through inaction. You stop building outside references. You stop cultivating alternative buyers. You stop rehearsing exit paths. The trade-off compounds quietly. Your leverage narrows while your comfort expands. Leverage comes from credible alternatives. If you can leave, you can negotiate. If you can switch, you can demand terms. If you can walk away, you are not cornered. Employer security weakens those alternatives over time. Your network shifts inward toward coworkers. Your daily conversations center on internal priorities. Your achievements become framed in company language. Your resume updates slow down. Your portfolio stops evolving publicly. Recruiters stop seeing signals from you. The market forgets you gradually. Nothing dramatic happens. You just become less visible outside. Meanwhile, your role becomes more customized. You learn proprietary systems. You master internal workflows. You solve problems unique to this environment. That increases your internal value. It reduces your external portability. Portability is leverage. Without portability, your negotiating position softens. You depend on continued alignment. You depend on continued approval. You depend on continued budget stability. The security signal lowers your urgency to maintain alternatives. That is the mechanism. Reduced urgency leads to reduced optionality maintenance. Reduced optionality leads to concentrated dependency. Concentrated dependency lowers bargaining power. The narrowing is procedural. It happens through ordinary workdays. No single decision traps you. The repetition does. At this stage, your income may be higher than ever. Your role may carry more authority than before. From the outside, it looks like upward movement. Inside the structure, your exits are thinner. You have not interviewed in years. You have not tested compensation against open demand. You have not validated portability in a live market. Your lifestyle now requires this income level. Your fixed obligations assume this employer continues. Mortgage approvals were based on this salary. Insurance coverage is tied to this job. Retirement projections assume steady contributions here. Each layer increases dependency. You feel secure because nothing is shaking, but security built on a single pair is fragile. If priorities shift, your leverage is limited. If budgets tighten, your negotiation power shrinks. If leadership changes, your